is episode number 4 of the Elevation on Fan Day Nation. I am Danny Williams. Denver Broncos legend Mark Jackson. He's right here. He's this guy right here.
Mark in the middle.
Okay. Coaching legend Geoff Girsch, local hero.
Yeah. I am him.
Icon.
We're happy to be here. We're happy for you guys to join us for the next hour-ish or so. We have so much stuff to discuss. It's one of the best sports times of the year. And I'll say this, Denver's a top, I've said this a bunch of times, top 17 market in the country, market size.
I like it.
Top 8, 10 sports market.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
We have it all.
It's the sports state.
This is a great time of year because the Broncos are gearing up. You got new toys from the draft. Talk about those guys. We will talk a little bit more about those guys. But the Denver Nuggets are tied up right now as we speak 2-2 with the Thunder. Could have seized control and took a 3-1 lead in that series, but this thing was probably destined to play itself out for 7 games.
Tough loss.
Super young and talented. We'll talk about the Denver Nuggets. The Avalanche, we'll do a little bit about Avs because we're far away from it now, but Bednar is here to stay.
Yeah.
Mikko Rantanen is leading the Dallas Stars.
He's leading the world.
He's leading the world in playoff points and goals.
Yeah.
And he's leading the Dallas Stars, a team that was this close last year. You add a top 10 player in the world, maybe to a Stanley Cup. Where does that leave the Avs a little bit? And how are you feeling, Avs fans, right? Yeah. And we got so much stuff to talk about.
We might even sneak in some Rockies talk in hour 3 of the show. Should we do that in hour 3?
It's
a 1-hour show.
Yeah, let's just call that one the ugly if there's a good and a bad. Shoot. Okay.
I know what the good is. This jersey right here, that's Mr. Nugget.
Real good.
That's that's the guy who put him into overtime to get
He's
that
been a hero.
3. But damn.
Don't you love this time of the year, though?
I love this time of the year.
The best. You've got baseball, basketball. The football draft is just expiring, but everybody's looking to the new season.
New toys, man.
It's like a rebirth period in your football team. It's a renaissance.
It's not a reboot.
It's
not a rebirth.
Rebuild. It's a reboot. Yes. It's exciting.
It's humbling
to hear.
Joseph.
So this looks great. And
Vance listens to the show, by the way.
Oh, all the
watches this show.
There's at least 3 Vances I know that listen to this show. Vance
Johnson,
Vance Joseph, and Vance Bernard in San Diego. My good friend Vance Bernard.
There we go.
Listening right now. Cheers. Go Big Red.
And Vance Papali from the Philadelphia.
Oh, that's the Marky Wahlberg?
It's Vince Papali. Anyways, let's start with the Nuggets, okay? So, our previous Thunder stuff?
Did you watch the last episode? Episode 3.
Wow.
Hot.
Gersh here. Nice takes.
I was feeling good.
Yeah.
Danny hit him with the age thing, and then I hit him with the they ain't got no rings. And I was feeling good until game 4 came around and we scored 8 points.
Let's go to that. Watch this. Yeah. If the Thunder were to win an NBA championship this year, they'd be the youngest team in the NBA since 1977. It's like Bill Walton's Portland Trailblazers.
The National Basketball Association.
That's 50 years ago, okay? So you look back at the history of the league itself. I got a little comp here. You do comps, right, professionally?
Pretty much the best appraiser in the state.
So when everyone got caught up with the Kansas City Chiefs winning 3 Super Bowls, which no one's ever done it, people are thinking, man, we got to talk to Pat Riley from the 3-peat thing. So we're going to be using that thing forever, right? Au contraire, mon frere.
That's French.
Because we've had 60 years worth of Super Bowls to look back at to tell us
it's 3.
Teams don't win 3 straight. It's never happened.
Pretty tough.
I see what you're doing here. This is a comp for basketball.
This is a comp for basketball because we should have saw the Eagles beating the Chiefs because now, for just so many reasons, NFL history told us that. So what I'm saying is NBA history is telling us that a 24-year-old team, average 24 years old, is not winning an NBA championship. It took Jordan until he was 28 or 29. Jokic and these Nuggets at a certain point. It's just what it is. It's the history of the league telling us the Thunder are not ready yet.
I hear it.
Take that for data.
I think I heard a nice take from Charles Barkley, but before that, I didn't think of it before, but the fact of the matter is they played on a short clock. So a 3 o'clock game, I'm at the game, excited. The Nuggets, as you say, they win that game. They take a commanding 3-1 lead.
Then it's a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, but that's not.
Let's staring down the barrel of a reverse gentleman's sweep.
Hey, let's not beat the Nuggets up for not taking a 3-1 lead against one of the youngest and most talented teams in the NBA in 5 or 8 years.
Not beating them up, just saying how tired.
I don't mean you, everybody.
I'm at the game and there was fatigue. One thing that the OKC Thunder did that was, I think, brilliant. They pressured Jamal Murray all the way down the court.
Grabbed him and hacked him and pushed him.
He had to.
That was the recipe for the Timberwolves last year.
For everything that he got.
Yeah.
And it was like, please, let someone else bring the ball up the court. It wasn't until the second half. Watch the game replay.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
Second half,
great.
You see Jokic bringing it up. Gordon started bringing it up.
I didn't realize it. No, you're absolutely right. They bullied him. They bullied everyone, but they bullied Jamal.
Don't you have to lose hard a few times before you could really win it all? And then one more time.
Uh-oh. Are you going to hit him with the hot one?
Hey.
Let me go to the one camera.
Shoot. Talk to the camera, baby.
Jeff, right now, this is a team. Go back to that 3 camera.
Let's go.
All right.
And let's go back in history. I remember an Oklahoma City Thunder team that had Kevin Durant.
Oh,
James Harden, Serge Ibaka, and
Paul George,
and don't forget Russell Westbrook. Paul George a couple years later. Look at you, hey, good for you, bud. Wow. What I'm saying, hey, that team was destined to win how many Super Bowls?
Not one, not 2,
and how many did they end up with?
Not 3, not 4. Whoa,
they ended up with how many? 0.0, and the rest, wait for it, is history.
Yeah, boom.
That's what we're doing here.
You suck at basketball, Oklahoma.
It takes some time. It's going to have to take some time.
Hey, the best basketball player ever to come out of Oklahoma's got to be Blake Griffin.
Whoa,
I said it there. I said it.
What about Blake's twin?
The other Griffin.
The other one.
Andy.
That's not his name.
Shoot. Jamal. It's too Canadian. That's
one's Blake, I don't think. We're going Jamal like the other one.
What?
We're going like Todd or Tucker. Hi, Todd. I'm Tucker. Hi, Tucker. I'm Todd.
That's George Carlin, I believe.
Yeah, it's a legend. Okay, so I guess where I'm at with it's a 3-game series now, and 2 of those games are in the Thunder's building. They deserve it. Winning 62 games. They're deep and talented. They used 10 guys the other night. A Wiggins that people didn't know was a Wiggins. They just got dudes coming out off the bench, and they're deep and they're super talented. But at that championship experience and that veteranship in the Nuggets against the depth and the youth of the Thunder.
Crazy.
What's it going to be?
Another crazy stat here. What is home court advantage in the NBA playoffs this year? The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Been weird.
Right. Dropped their first 2 at home.
Boston Celtics are down 3-1 right now, and Jason Tatum looks like he ripped his Achilles right open.
Oh, that's a real thing.
So, yeah. And
home court is...
The Nuggets going to OKC, beat them in overtime, of course.
Yeah.
So, home court advantage hasn't been really an advantage in this year's NBA playoffs.
These NBA playoffs have had tons of parity. They've been beautiful.
Which is like the first round, like NFL-ish.
Dude, these second rounds have been fantastic. Look what's happened. The Cavs are down 3-1, and Donovan Mitchell's hurt. Jason Tatum and the Celtics. This thing is over. They're the reigning champs. They're the best team in the NBA.
Not to mention the Oklahoma City Thunder were about to go down 3-1. They didn't. They're about to. If the 2 number 1 seeds are treading water just to survive, then that's great for the league. I like that. Yeah,
I think it is. I think never before.
And without Aaron Gordon,
history.
Hey, without Aaron Gordon, the Nuggets would be down 3-1.
Yeah,
the Nuggets would be down 3-1 if it wasn't for 32 right now.
He's been the 3rd best player in the series. Therefore, the Nuggets are in this series.
Yeah.
Jokic and Shea have kind of traded punches there. They're both 2 of the best players in the whole wide world. But Jalen Williams was great the other night in a loss.
Dude, that Jalen
in a loss. He's fantastic. Ooh. JJ and I went to that game. After baseball, I said, he was like, man, I wish we could go to the game. And I said, if we can find tickets right now, under $100 right now. And I went, there's 2 for $97. It was loading. Usually you're like, sorry, someone beat you too. Because the next ones were like, we're 138 or something. I don't, right now. And we went, and we're right on time. And we did that. Rest is history. Sorry. But yeah, it was to be in the building. It was magic. So special, Jeff. You know how it is. You've been to the kind of those big events. And
Marcos is there on Sunday. I mean,
yeah.
Well, how about the day game versus the night game? You were at the night game. That sounds like fun, tough one.
Not the same.
The day game was weird.
It
was so weird. Mother's Day, 2:30. I actually, on the drive over here, I go, hey, Siri, what award show was on last night? There must have been a country music award. I'm not joking. There must have been an award show that counter-programmed.
It was.
What was tonight? What was last
Country Music Awards.
This guy.
See?
There's a reason why the game wasn't at night is because there was an award show going on. I knew there was an award show. And then Siri goes, I'm sorry, while you're driving, I can't give you the answer. And I was like, I keep pulling on the highway.
Jeff, let's give a little something real quick, hey? In honor of the Country Music Awards, baby, lock them doors and turn them lights down low.
I was going to do this one, actually. I got one for you.
Yeah.
Because I love country music.
Okay.
Now, like, as much as anybody. And like, well, this ain't Texas. My name's Beyonce, and I do country music.
Yeah,
We're going to win this race.
Oh,
That country?
yeah, keep going. Lemonade.
that cool, refreshing drink.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, I got one. Want to party all the time, party all the time.
Not country. That's not country.
No, that's not
country.
Hey,
What country is Eddie Murphy from? Not America.
is it? Yeah, hold on, turn it out. Hold on.
I got
Zamunda! Yeah, let's do this.
I had to pull this out.
I lose my black card.
My bad. Very good. I'm half black, the bottom half. No big deal. No big deal. Hey,
Zamunda.
anyways, yeah. So we're talking about country music game, the award.
No, but the whole point of the country music awards is
What's
that
the question?
the thing is that
Sorry.
the Nuggets are getting like jobbed by the NBA a couple different ways.
Oh, that
One
was
of them is the schedule, and one is the officiating.
physical ball.
And I don't want to complain about either.
We're a finesse team, and they're letting.
We are.
But how many years has gone by in the last 10 years of your life where games are 3 days apart? And now all of a sudden the Nuggets just played on a Friday night and
they're
a
being
Sunday
torched.
afternoon. I just think that it's almost obvious that they're not helping the Nuggets because Jokic is a foreigner. It's racist.
They're gassed. They're gassed out. They're gassed out.
Well, of course they're gassed out when you make them play every other day. When
There's 6
in
guys
years
who play.
past, but in years past, it's like Monday, Thursday,
Yeah.
Thursday, Sunday, and you're like mad about it. And now you're like, wait, Friday night we just played, and now we're playing on Mother's Day because the Country Music Awards is at night. Yes, and we got jobbed, bro. And I think it's because the one commercial where the 3 Oklahoma City guys walk around and do their funny stuff at the mountain.
Yeah.
and they want that commercial to play for 2 more weeks.
True.
Conspiracy theorist. We got to go to break, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not yet, but we're getting,
We can. And we'll
no,
go
we're
back
getting
in a
close.
second.
We're
Okay.
getting close. We're
I
teasing
like-
them a little bit.
And you just made me feel bad because I like that commercial. So cool.
It's a good commercial.
And that's what the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, Major League Baseball, they're all looking for eyeballs. They all want to appeal to the crowd. And if you're the Denver Nuggets and you said top 13 market,
They're top
17
17. 17 in size in
17
country.
size.
Like
I
with
said top 10 in sports fandom.
We got all four. We got all four.
But here in Colorado, but definitely across the United States, Denver's still not. Denver can win 100 championships.
Sure.
It's still not going to be in LA. It's no, so
Oh, why does Oklahoma City, a tiny little
That's
town,
what-
get the love?
baffling?
They don't.
Well, it's baffling.
They don't get the love. They don't get the love. They don't get the love.
They're not gonna.
No, listen, I respect them. They're great. But with that Thunder team with Durant, Harden, and Westbrook, they should have had 2 or 3 championships. And at their peak, we're up 3-2 against the Golden State Warriors back right when the Warriors were launching. Okay. So all I'm saying, and we'll maybe wrap up with this. Let me say something. I want your guys' take on this. The Boston Celtics are about to be eliminated. Okay. So the team that everyone thought was maybe going to be dynastic, win maybe 2 of the next 3 or 4, it's now looks like they have a major injury. You're going to have to regroup. It's a reboot, not a rebuild. And so if the Nuggets can beat the Thunder, the Nuggets to me are the favorites at that point to win an NBA championship. And people say, what about the Timberwolves?
Yeah.
You know what I said about the Timberwolves?
I didn't want to be that one.
Siska! Don't
Smashing on their head, Stone Cold.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I think what that was. I think when it comes to the NBA Finals, it's a lot like the old TV show you used to watch, Most Extreme Challenge, and that is don't get eliminated. So you could have been down 3-1. You're only 2-2. You should have been up 3-1. Just don't get eliminated.
Really? They
Don't
shouldn't
get
have been.
eliminated.
That's 2-2.
You're right, and it is.
Shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
It's 2-2.
Let's not act like the Nuggets should have won that game. They scored 9 points in the first quarter of
and
playoff
18 in
low.
the fourth. I think the Nuggets have the most top-end talent of any team left. But the weird thing is, if a bench from Oklahoma City can score 35, then maybe you should get a bench that can score you 15.
Oh, God.
I'm not asking for 20. But I'm saying your top-end guys are better than anybody.
Because I want to talk about DeAndre.
You got to do it.
They did not go big the whole game. I think the Nuggets are flying rudderless. They're coaching themselves. So we're not going to win any game due to amazing coaching. And I think that's...
Jokic is the coach. Anybody could be coaching these group of guys. There's some intricacies, and there's 6 guys. There's 6 guys who play. You got to bring them together. You probably got to do a little bit of pumping up emotionally.
Absolutely.
You got to be a little big brother to some guys. You got to, hey, slap Michael Porter Jr., big guy.
Buddy.
Michael Porter Jr., let's get you a little cone after school.
It's okay, buddy.
Happy Meal, what are you thinking, buddy?
No, Michael Porter Jr. is tough.
Just don't freak out on us, bro, okay?
I will say Michael Porter Jr. in Game 3 was out of his mind. No, he was getting on the floor. I think he scored 20 points. He was rebounding like crazy.
2-point game.
Yeah, no, Michael Porter Jr., you need...
how about we just do give me 10 and then 10 the next night?
With some big minutes, though. Why is he getting so many minutes?
There's
nobody else. Julian Strather ain't it.
They got no other option, Marsh. They got no answer.
DeAndre.
That's the truth.
Remember the guy that got fired for drafting guys? DeAndre Jordan is not the answer.
DeAndre Jordan.
Mark.
They can go big on OKC.
DeAndre ain't the answer.
They can go big.
Now, they got Hartenstein.
DeAndre's trying to become a coach.
Whoa, they played about 6 good minutes without Hartenstein or number 7. What's his name?
A Chet Holmgren.
Dude, I was out Hartenstein street all day. Why does
They went about 6 good minutes without either of those guys on the floor, and I'm thinking, go big. You should just be bagging these guys down in the lane. I didn't get it.
I got a personal question for you guys.
I don't get it.
Is this the whitest NBA playoff series you've seen in a long time? I mean, crackers everywhere you look. Holy cow, even the dark dudes are white. What's going on around here?
Only Jeff can.
Hey, even the black guys are Canadian.
Jeez. There's 3 black Canadians out there.
Chef, Dor, and Jamal.
I love it.
3 black Canadians.
My brothers.
I figure our next segment, we're going to play Dead, Gay, or Canadian. Back on the other side. We're not doing that. We got some business to take care of. Hey,
yeah.
Mother's Day? Check this out.
It's gone.
Banger.
We did that draft show, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have anything planned. I've done every little thing you could think of with the flowers and the spa thing and the massage thing. Hit that Niko stones.
Oh.
Hit that Niko.
Really?
Got this little bracelet piece. Something, mixed it up a little bit. She's been wearing it ever since every day. She coached today, so the girls had Coach Giannis a big soccer win today against undefeated teams. She's rocking those jewels.
Coach.
Really?
She's a coach.
Just went up on the set.
She's coaching with the jewels on.
It is like that. And she's got these jewels. And you know where we got them at? Niko's. So
let's go.
Get something. Price range. Quality.
Oh, you can spend as much as you want. Or you can find something with great value. You could do for the birthdays, the anniversaries, the Mother's Days, the Christmases. That's 4 big presents, and I'd go to Niko's for all of those. I would.
Or if you screw up.
But what do I know? I'm only a dad of 4 kids, a beautiful wife. I mean, 4 kids.
And he's a mayhem.
Hey. He's just a sex machine. Nobody have some sex with you.
Hey, don't touch me.
Sorry.
Just a love machine.
Anyways,
that's our Niko's.
Let's have a little break. Right?
Well, the cool thing about the Nugs is we talked about the past, but I think we probably should jump into what's going to happen in the future.
In the future. We're going to do that on the other side. It's the elevation on
Fan Day Nation.
Back in episode number 4, The Elevation on Fan Day. I have Danny Williams, Mark Jackson right here looking good, wearing the Aaron Gordon, sporting it, looking good, bringing it along to the Nuggets. They're going to need it here.
Went off the screen.
It's a 3-game series now. You got Geoff Girsch over here, 3-game series with the Thunder, 2 in their building, 1 here. We're going to move on from the Nuggets a little bit. Got some great Nugget stuff. Little mini camps, OTA stuff is starting to happen at Dove Valley, okay? Rookies, draft class, they're getting signed. They're getting jersey numbers. Got a 37 on RJ Harvey. Looks weird. Maybe he gets a new number at some point or another. No. But now, you like 37 on a running back?
Let's go. If you're going to be iconic, how about creating who wants 32, right? I don't want to wear number 30.
There's been a lot of 32s, Mark.
Exactly.
Yeah. What about this 32 right here? Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon. Yeah, I like having some odd, obscure number. for a guy that's going to have a breakout season his rookie year. Take the Broncos to the Super Bowl.
Watch this. Hey,
Broncos are going to win the
37's a fullback number.
You heard it here first.
You're good.
You heard it here first. We're going to go back to May the 12th.
this guy.
May the 12th.
37.
25.
Yeah. Hey, 37's a relief pitcher number. They're like, God, now pitching for the Seattle Mariners, number 37, Hot Carlson.
There's a reason that
512.
there's a reason that him and John Elway had that connection like this. And there was a reason, well, we have this connection. I like the road that you're going down. Hey,
Really?
Do you know what? It was like so weird when Patrick Surtain was wearing a number 2. It was like so weird. It's like the babies were talking. Okay? Now, number 2, it's like
Everybody
it's like it's always been. It's like it's just short for it's the way it was supposed to be.
It's like before number 15 in the Nuggets was Carmelo. It never was anybody, and now everybody wants it because Carmelo and Jokic are doing it.
37's
Take a number and make it a number.
Watch this. 37's kind of hard on a running back. Hard on a running back.
Ooh, it is.
Okay, so
It's got a little all-stat.
RJ Harvey stuff, little reviews. Okay, so they went into Coach Payton's office, and I'm sure a handful of offensive coaches, RJ Harvey and Sean Payton, and Sean Payton showed him clips and cut-ups of Darren Sproles and of Alvin Kamara.
Uh-oh, lateral jumping ability of LaShawn McCoy. Everybody knows.
Hey, time out.
What?
Where are you getting this insider information?
Well, we can't say too much, but I
know a guy named Cecil.
I did once report for the Associated Press. Not sure you've heard of them. They're only the world's largest and oldest news organization.
And oldest.
Okay, so check this out. Darren Sproles, how unique was that character as a running back? How tough was that guy?
One of one.
True.
RJ Harvey is in the mold of a guy who you just said. Say that again.
Say it one more time.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Hold up.
One more time. Maurice Jones-Drew. Maurice Jones-Drew. Maurice Jones-Drew. Maurice Jones-Drew. Maurice Jones-Drew. Okay, check this out. Ray Rice comps 2 on this guy. Ray Rice, more like Ray.
Nice.
Look at these guys.
Be nice.
These are the comps on him. So
Ray, be nice.
they're just wearing like little toppy pad things and not really got the whole gears on. They're kind of looking like super soldiers from like another planet, like, you know, during these OT. Yeah.
Halo type.
So what he looked like, and everyone's saying, again, I don't want to give too much info. They're saying he was shifty. They're saying he was nifty.
The end shift.
And I'll tell you, man, he's a nice-looking new toy for this Denver Broncos offense. And check this out. I wanted your take on this one. When you get a new toy, hot new toy, what do you want to do with that hot new toy? You want to play with that toy. You want to use that toy. No weird sex toys, guys.
No,
Jeff's getting weird.
No, I hit the wrong button.
No
I hit the
rubber dog
button.
stuff. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about a gadget.
I meant to
gizmos. And I'm saying that.
Wait, are you doing your lady? Are you doing your Little Mermaid?
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess.
No, he was doing gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, and I think you have that in the backfield now. You got, dude. Have you seen the thighs on this guy? Hey, check this.
What movie is that? Whole New World.
It's Aladdin. I just wanted to make.
Oh shoot! Did I say Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
Wait, what's yours?
I can show you the.
What's gadgets and gizmos?
That's a Little Mermaid.
Right. So I said gadgets and gizmos. You hit him with Aladdin.
No more puffing.
I got who's it's and what's it's. The Lord, the thingamabob.
I got 20. But you know what I want? I want more of his thighs, dude. They're this big. Like, if you took him sideways, his thighs are as big as my whole head, like this.
I'm telling you.
Have you seen those?
They're like the Hulkster 22-inch python.
Rather than me. The guy's 5'9", 208.
Okay. Is that big enough?
And that's so Ashton Gentry, right? Everybody was. I want Ashton.
Yeah. I want Ashton, and I want it now.
Right.
And I'll move up, trade up to get him good. But you know.
Yeah.
Forfeit the house.
Trade your whole draft class for.
Yeah, no.
Okay. What are you saying, though, Mark? Keep going.
I was so happy when they didn't do that.
Okay.
And so excited about this kid actually having a better season.
Okay.
RJ Harvey, number 37.
Hey, what's cool about that, too, is
Damn.
Is when
That's
you
hard.
Something really special about 3'7".
What? Equals 10?
Yeah.
Yes. 10 touchdowns in his rookie year. Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Here's what's cool, too. When you don't draft Genty and you do draft someone else, whoever else, you can say, hey, we could have picked Genty, but we went with you. Or you could say, hey, Genty's got 450 yards and we're only 5 games in the season. You want to start catching up? Like you bought yourself a free comp when you didn't draft Genty. Why? And then you bought this dog with them thighs like this, and you go, hey,
go girl.
You sure you can't be like him? And you hit him with some of that reverse upside down passive aggressive stuff.
Why would we mortgage our entire future of the next 2 drafts for Genty when RJ Harvey is plenty? Oh, I did it! I did that!
You right, dude.
I am!
That was straight off the top.
You're good and plenty when you talk
Okay. Anyways.
smack about Genty.
Okay.
What did they not get? What did the Broncos leave you wanting more of? There's you never get what you want. Never enough. Never.
I wanted a big. Do you want to know what I wanted?
Yes. Come on.
What?
I wanted a big, fat, rib nose tackle, plug up the middle. You
350 beefcake.
That's enough.
Fat. Or
Okay.
Aaron Donald, not fat. And still eating up the middle.
Outside. No, you're talking about edge rusher. I'm just talking about stopping that.
No, you're talking about right through the tackle.
Halting the running.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I got Aaron Donald as. No, I got him as right up the middle. Where do you got him?
He was the edge guy.
No, I got Aaron Donald within. He was guard to guard.
I had Aaron Donald all over doing all like JJ
on the edge.
like JJ Watson and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
I got him guard to guard. So who's your comp? Since we're talking comp, who you want? Who are you looking for that they didn't get? Who the meat they left on the bone is?
You can't fill every gap.
Who's that big fella from the Patriots?
Draft.
From the Patriots. Wilfork. Is that what you're looking for?
yeah.
Those guys are few and
Is that what you're looking for?
That's
Come on,
those guys.
That's what. But now you gave the people what they wanted.
Okay.
Instead of just saying a big dude, you gave them a comp.
I'm just saying me. All right.
No, you nailed it. No, I'm saying we dug it out. It's sweet.
Thank you.
We got there.
Teamwork. Everybody bring it in. 1, 2, 3.
T.
Okay, so I'll say this.
So
Let's go down the road that you're going, Jeff. Okay.
That's a good one.
I'm happy that they didn't mortgage the next couple draft classes on a guy in Genty or move up very high, try to go from 20 to 10 for somebody, whether it be from a receiver.
Somebody once told me I need a wide receiver. Ain't the only team in the draft.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they will fill holes with
Smash Mouth, baby.
I'm glad we didn't go down T. Higgins route and go get us a super expensive veteran receiver. Okay. I like the road they're going down, the guys that they're building around the youth in the receiver room, a new built running back room, which could change overnight. They could change season by season. So if you get 2 or 3 guys, you find you an Isaiah Pacheco-ish kind of guy.
You're an Isaiah Pacheco.
Thank you.
You're an Isaiah Pacheco.
And then you get you could bring in a Kareem Hunt veteran guy, and all of a sudden you got 2 or 3 guys in a room that can carry you any given Sunday. Yeah. Okay. So they have a tight end, even though it's short term, but he's one of the 7 or 6 best in the NFL. That's a great get for them. It's a great get to get him on the short term as well, and for the money they got him. It's like the Broncos are just an ascending young group of cats right now. I'm happy. I'm feeling it. They got everything going for them.
I concur. And you got to give hats off to the Pinner Walton group. Walton Pinner, I don't know who goes first, but here's the deal: is they've been patient with Peyton and Peyton. I mean, everybody was screaming for George Payton's head after the Russell Wilson debacle. But they've been patient with the team. They did a reboot.
Not a rebuild.
They got rid of some players that were like not very good in the locker room, great on the field, but not as good for the culture.
Okay.
You'll hear that a lot on Fam Day Nation.
Oh, good one.
Wait a minute. Did you say Fan Day Nation?
No.
Fam Day Nation.
Wait. Did you say Fan Day Nation?
Well, we are the elevation on Fan Day Nation. That's factual.
Okay, that's fair.
But we have a Fam Day Nation thing kind of going on here. It's the Bob's fam.
Yeah. Ooh, it's like when the Ultimate Warrior starts to rock the ropes.
I'll say this real quick, Mark. You can appreciate this.
Fam Day Nation.
It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
Ooh, I call being the Family Stone.
Rose up to be.
Don't start me.
I want to be the Family Stone. You guys can be Sly.
Blood is thicker than mud. It's a family.
We're not.
And the family stone.
I love them. No, I'm the family stone.
Oh,
You guys are.
okay.
Wait, what is the family stone?
There he goes again. Niko Stones
Take this one, Mark.
has the family stones on lock.
Hey,
Come on.
It's time for camera 2.
you didn't just do that, did you?
I wish I had the Niko Stone read right now, but here's what I want you to understand.
Good one, Gil. Hey, nobody asked me. Nobody asked me what to give
Yeah.
the Broncos or what they didn't get. But here's what.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, what it is.
Jeff,
I'm sad.
any holes left, Jeff? Any holes left to fill on that Denver Broncos roster right now?
Not get in this draft.
Well, what they didn't get was a tight end, and they don't have a tight end. And Evan Ingram ain't it. We talked about him last week, and I thought about it, but they should have got a tight end. They should have got a young, cheap tight end.
Listen, they actually did draft him.
Seventh round ain't it.
He has 4.
And Evan Ingram ain't it, guys.
The guy has like 4 timeouts.
Please,
Take that for data.
What's your problem with Evan Ingram?
I want you to kill him.
No,
The
it's
seventh
tight end.
pick, the basketball player.
They could have maybe got
DK.
Bowers. They didn't get Bowers last year.
DK
They passed on Bowers, and they did good there. Okay. But I'm talking about in the second or third round, or just somebody like bigger, stronger, faster. A 7.
sorry.
How about the first round?
What they got from Pim?
Jeff, if the guy wasn't there, then he wasn't there. We can't take a guy with the.
Well, they
second
didn't
round
move
rated
to get
first
him. They
round
don't
for
have
the
one.
sake
They
of doing
still don't have one.
They took the best player available in Barron. They got the
Hey.
running back they wanted with
shoot.
2 or 3 other guys on the board. They get a receiver in
Nah,
Pat Bryant with the third.
They got Lucas Kroll. They're fine. Lucas Kroll, he had the best. What? He had the best spring training ever. Fall camp
He's so angry.
ever. They got Lucas Kroll.
Do you know what, Jeff?
They're fine.
I know what you're trying to do,
You fools!
and I don't like it.
There was 2 badass tight ends from the Big Ten sitting there, Michigan, Penn State, somewhere in the top 20. You were like in 22 or 25. I don't know where you were, but I know what you didn't do is get one of them. And I think that's going to bug you like it bugs me.
Lorner. I couldn't come up.
Yeah, me neither. I couldn't. Hey, guess what? I couldn't come up with his name either.
Let's go get us another.
That guy at the 6th round. What are they doing with Jackson in the 6th round? We needed a receiver, but they picked this guy at the 6th round, Purdue University. I don't know if you heard of him.
Flyer, bro.
His name's Mark Jackson. You know, he made Jim Everett, who he is today, rich and famous. Right?
Chris,
I bet you won't.
Don't say that again.
we'll go to commercial break before I flip this case.
You know what? You've been
Mark, what were you saying?
You've been calling me Chris.
Caleb Waters, the tight end of the future for the Denver Broncos. He's going to have 5 touchdowns this coming.
Wait, is this kid who's the basketball
He's
player?
got a sky up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's the
Yes. To him. In his zone.
Yeah, right.
You heard it here first.
This kid has 4 career catches.
Just planet. He's
Yeah, what do I know about basketball? Yeah, no. Yeah, forget me.
Hey, this kid. though-
Anyone can play
Real
football.
quick, this kid who's Mark is talking about has 4 career catches.
Oh.
Hold on.
Yeah,
But
no,
guess
let's put
how
all-
many touchdowns
Hey, let me
he
put
has?
all my eggs
Guess
in
how
his
many
basket.
touchdowns he has?
touchdowns as he has.
Not 1, not 2, not 3. As many kids as I have, 4. So if he catches it, like DeRozan, when he shoots it, it goes in.
Thanks, Drake.
Oops, and it goes in.
Drake?
Drake.
So you are big on you guys are big on this 4-catch basketball.
No, he's just a project.
Because I'm talking about a top 20 tight end from the
Okay,
Big
check
Ten.
this out. Check this out.
And you guys are calling me
got
crazy.
You want something?
You're crazy. You got a dart in your
I got
mouth.
this.
No, I just want a badass tight end. And you guys are saying,
Noah Fant.
we got a guy who caught 4 balls in college.
Noah Fant. Where is he today?
Out of business. Yeah, but he's the exception to the
draft, Joe.
No, he's the exception to the Iowa tight end rule.
I got one for you.
You
Watch
actually
this.
just made the rule for
I'll
me.
get a.
So I can give you Laporta, Hawkinson. I can give you Georgie Kittle. I can give you who
Hey,
else?
Mark.
There's one I'm missing. Yeah, there's one more.
Keep going.
For sure, one more.
Mark, let
I
me
just
go-
nailed 3 in the last 10
I'm
years.
gonna.
Let me come here in the 4th quarter. Like
Tight end
always
is what-
save
Uh,
us.
someone
Watch
touches
this.
Sean Payton, you missed on tight end, baby.
Watch this. Hey, the last Michigan tight end they drafted.
Jake Butt.
I said what?
Yeah, he
what
went sideways.
is the butt. I said what?
So what? That's not a.
Want to do it in the
Wanna
butt?
do it.
in the butt? You want to do it? Listen,
That's not it.
the last project tight end who they drafted was Julius Thomas. What happened there? Let's see, double-digit touchdowns. Helped us make a Super Bowl run or two. Guy was spectacular, and the rest is history. So don't be so sure we need the Michigan tight end.
Just
Again.
Tyler Warren. would've
Who's
been
the one
sweet,
with
too.
the hair from Minnesota we like?
Available.
Who was the tight end with the hair we
Would
like?
have been sweet. I like that.
You could have moved up. You could have for a starter on your offense.
I like what they've done.
A day one starter.
It's easy to say move up. You have to have a dance partner with
They've
you.
given up picks.
There was no quarterbacks picked in the first round. There was barely any defensive guys. There was plenty of dance
dog
partners.
at 20. They got a dog at 20.
Yeah, because corners didn't even go off the board. There was so many dance partners. You could have got a tight end. The question was, what didn't we get that we should have? And I hit you with it. Tight end. And it's sweet. Take that for data. Because you guys are talking about a dude that shot hoops.
Mark, I got to tell you something.
Antonio Gates shot hoops.
I got to tell you something, Mark.
There's a guy named Tony Gonzalez that shot hoops.
Yeah.
There's tons of guys. Antonio, yeah. You just said it. Tons of guys. Lots of guys.
Jimmy Graham.
There's a guy named Jimmy.
Talented athletes do.
A guy named Peyton knows very well, by the way.
Yeah. But
do you see something that
I'm saying you waited?
I don't expect most
The 700th guy in the draft.
Sorry, I don't expect most of our viewing audience to see this. But Jeff, you see things that aren't there.
Right, like talent in a 7th round tight end.
Jeff, listen, check this out. Jeff is up. We're team. Jeff's supposed to be wearing prescription glasses right now. Jeff is supposed to be wearing prescription glasses right now.
He's got some contact. Look at those little squinty eyes.
Check this out. So, Mark,
talk to me.
You have a beautiful home.
I do. Thank you.
Okay, everybody knows that. But you got stuff. You have a lot of years of having kind of, you moved from city to city. You're an NFLer. It's not necessarily clutter. You just have stuff that needs to be organized. Maybe you don't know how to put it together. Well, you finally, when we look around the spot here, your place is great.
Tidy.
You have someone who's helped you. They're called...
Who did this?
They're called Intentional Spaces, okay? And they're at intentionalspacesdenver.com. And I want you to just kind of tell us what they did for you, then we'll talk about all the things that they kind of do.
If you have some clutter, if you have some things that are just hanging around, that's another George Carlinism. Because your stuff is so important. You don't want to get rid of your stuff. You get rid of her stuff.
Yeah.
So,
good one.
The Intentional Spaces is the place to go if you want to get your stuff organized. It actually will take that room and make it bigger. Same dimensions, but organized. What's the word?
Organized. Watch this really quick. So some people have stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of get a little bit more stuff. And hold on. I'm not a hoarder or anything, but I don't want to get rid of that.
That's a robe.
But I can't get started on the project. It's just giving me anxiety. I'm about to pass out here. What do I do?
Call Intentional Space.
Oh, thank you. What's that website again? Intentionalspacesdenver.com. Hit them up. Go check them out. Pantries to the garage to the whole house.
Mona, Latia, they will love you. They will not judge you. They will help you to get your life organized.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Let's set up a break. We're going to come back. We're going to wrap up one more segment worth of show. We're going to kind of get 3 or 4 things in there. It's been good. I thought our Broncos stuff was great. We can go on for Broncos and just do Broncos for days and days and days. But we're going to ramp ourselves up through the OTAs, the mini camps, and all that kind of stuff. So when you're a new player, Mark, I want to ask you real quick, and I'm going to ask you now, we're going to extend this one in 2 minutes, okay? You're a new player, and say you're not first, second, third, fourth round pick. Say you're the fringy guy tight end who may or may not make it. Say you're unsigned, or say you're signed. What are these guys trying to do? How do you make an impression with a bunch of superhero guys who are great at big schools? Tell me kind of how you, as a former 6th round pick, stood out, made the Broncos, and became an all-time Broncos great, man.
It's just the eye in the sky don't lie. I mean, and the focus for me was whenever we're on film, I'm going to show up and I'm going to show out. So just showing out.
Did you ever think they weren't watching? Or did, like, you always know, dude, they're watching. Someone's watching you at every moment.
They're up in the nest, and whenever I saw the guy step behind it and turn that camera on,
like the Truman Show,
I played like it was the Super Bowl. I mean, it was like top notch. And here's the thing about trying out for an NFL team: you're not going to get a lot of reps. You're not back in the day. We had 116 people.
Uphill.
I'm not exaggerating. We had 116 people. The NFL actually shrunk that thing down because
how many rounds of the draft back in the day? 20?
12.
Oh, 12, Kev.
Yeah. So you're not going to get a lot of reps. So when you do get your reps, you have to take advantage of those situations.
it's hard to believe that some guys, when we're talking about a handful of reps, single digits, you can touch them on your fingers, okay? For you as a young guy to go in there and stand out and be the next Mark Jackson, the next Phillip Lindsay, the next Rod Smith. The Broncos have had an incredible history of unsigned, of undrafted guys.
6 rounds.
6 rounds, Georgia guy who wasn't even a big-time star at Georgia necessarily. So the Broncos are one of the best franchises actually in NFL history in uncovering the diamond in the rough. That's from Aladdin 2. Remember that? Sand, tiger,
I thought you were going to the dark side. I don't know. It was weird. I thought you were going.
Yeah, that was scary.
No, yeah, I didn't know it. The diamond in the rough. Aladdin has a second one?
Aladdin.
No, just part 1.
Oh, it's in part 1.
Yeah. Remember like the sand? Like it's like a tiger comes out of the sand.
How many daughters do you have?
2 daughters.
Yeah. He's got this.
Well, anyways.
It was one.
I've seen Aladdin like
By the way, it was
0 times since I've been
101 Dalmatians when I was.
But like when you're over 35 or something and you're watching them, it has to do with how many daughters per se.
Hey.
Like your Moana versus
Moana
King.
Make way.
Right.
I know them all.
But yeah, but if you just got one daughter, then you might have seen half of them.
All right, let's go to break. Come back. We got a lot of stuff to get into. Good Broncos stuff. I thought that was. I always love a good Mark Jackson story. The RJ Harvey stuff. That's a new gizmo gadget. This guy's going to be on the field doing all kinds of stuff. For one, because they don't have anyone else who could do the things that he does. There's no Javonte Williams. He's in Dallas now. Jaleel McLaughlin. He's yesterday's news. Audric Estime, more like Carlos Estevez. You know who that is?
Emilio's brother.
Who's that?
Emilio's brother. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. More discussion. It's the elevation on Fan Day Nation. We're right back on the other side. Final segment, episode number 4 of the Elevation on Fan Day Nation. I am Danny Williams, Mark Jackson, and Geoff Girsch here. We have a lot of stuff we're going to squeeze into one final segment worth of show, okay? We're going to wrap up a little bit of Nuggets stuff. There's a little bit of Rocky stuff. Yes, we kind of have to do a little bit of Rocky stuff, but Nuggets are in the midst of maybe like an all-time kind of legacy series for Jokic, okay?
They're looking to go back-to-back 7-gamers.
Last time you took an MVP away from him and gave it to Joel Embiid, he goes and wins a finals MVP, which we would trade for the regular season MVP anytime, okay? So that's kind of playing itself out.
Every day.
So
yeah, it's pretty crazy what's going on, man. Think about this. Never before in the history of the National Basketball Association has a head coach been fired, 3-4 days before the end of the season?
Latest ever. It's the latest in the history.
And your
of the
team
league.
Just on time.
And that was like Hubie Brown and the team stunk. It's unprecedented circumstances. Truly unprecedented.
It was the Hawks, right? Atlanta Hawks?
Maybe. I don't know. You tell me you were alive.
Yeah. So,
Got it. Old.
yeah, I mean, I'm after watching that game, I'm losing a little faith. I'm sorry, George Michael.
Why?
Gotta have faith.
Yeah, you gotta have faith.
Oh, I guess we believe. Where's my we believe towel?
And I guess it would be nice.
I got a believe towel from the game, and I don't have it with me.
I mean, what's crazy is they scored 9 and they scored 18 in quarters, and they were still in that game.
That was the most ugly first quarter in the history of the NBA. It had to be.
Yeah,
It's the lowest scoring quarter in Nuggets playoff history by a lot.
I think they had
It's
8
the lowest it's got to be ever, except second.
No.
Okay,
one
so
other
they had
team.
16 points.
I'm sure someone scored 6 points or 7 points.
They have a one other, I think. It was gross.
It was bad.
And
But they took a lead in that game.
they won the
third
day.
quarter.
They won the day Jokic went 0 for 10 from the 3-point line. They're showing that they can play even when they're not playing. Unfortunately, they just didn't finish that game 4. Man, if they finish that game 4, you're kind of licking your chops a little bit. But now you understand how tough it's going to be.
I'm not mad at them. This series, this thing
Russell Westbrook redemption tour.
This thing was destined, and we said this about the Clippers series a little bit. I think this series was destined to go 7 games. I picked the Nuggets in 7th beginning of the series. I believe in the experience, the championship experience. You got some grown-ass men in Aaron Gordon and Jokic, Russell Westbrook. Christian Brown is mature for the immaturity of maybe in the pettiness or the weird stuff you get from Jamal and Michael Porter Jr., Christian Brown is mature beyond his years.
Yeah.
And then it's the makeup, man. If you're making that gumbo, we got a couple seasoning here, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's what these Denver Nuggets are. Jaylen Brown the other night went for about 30 points in front of my own eyes in a loss. Couldn't score double digits. Jalen Williams, I'm sorry. What did I say? Jaylen Brown? Yeah. Jalen Williams, he couldn't score double digits, scored 6 points in the game the other night. So nice response and reaction and adjustment by the Nuggets.
I mean, the Nuggets, even in Game 3, held the OKC to 104 points in overtime.
Yeah.
After a 150-point blowout. So the defense was up. I'm not sure if both teams were just incredibly nervous. I know it's because it was a 3 o'clock game. The energy was so funky. But it was just an ugly turnovers, air balls. There's a Southwest airline deal, and I was like, nobody's gonna win that. Like the first air ball, somebody can win a trip. And I literally said in my brain, I talked to my good friend Travis Hart, who we went to the game with, and I said, who's gonna get that? You don't shoot air balls in the NBA.
Yeah,
it's so funny you say that because Danny says the makeup of the team, and that's great to have makeup. And then you talk about air balls, and I'm sitting there already thinking, make it. I don't care about your makeup, and I don't care about make it. You've had 2 games.
Who do you mean specifically?
Well, they've had 2 games under 90 points.
Wait a second.
I mean, make your shots. Just make it.
Free throws.
You're pros. Yes, make it.
MPJ.
Layups. Make it.
Murray.
What are we doing?
I'll never criticize.
Everybody missed a free throw.
I'll never criticize Jokic.
Well, it's not criticism.
No, I don't mean you. I mean me. Okay. Because there's a lot of people who are going to say he's been weird in this series. He hasn't dominated in the series. They've had an answer for him in the series. I think everything he does is completely orchestrated and manipulated by him, and that includes when he had the 13, 12, and 10 when Jamal had 43 points.
Yeah.
That's all that's all under his manipulation, construction. Manipulation is a strong word. Orchestration, if it sounds better, feels a little bit better.
The maestro.
Yeah. And I just think in these last 3 games, and we'll move forward, and then we're fixing to find out how it's going to play out. Jokic has a 40-point magic night and wins a game. Shea is the best player in the world for another game. And then there's going to be a role players game. That's got to be a Jamal game. He's not a really role player as a star, but I mean the secondary game. Aaron Gordon has been one of the best players in the world this series. Every bad game that Michael Porter Potty Jr. has, he comes back and responds with a big game. And then I think what you get or don't get out of Westbrook hurts you or helps you. And then the X factor, like always, is Christian Brown. If he goes 10-8, 12-10, then it's just some production and the hardest work on the floor and some of the best defense on the floor. That's got to be the recipe. That's got to be the recipe. Jeff, give me something on the Nuggets before we move on.
I like that layout.
Well, I think for Christian Brown and Russell Westbrook, it's got to go from the inside out. They have to score in the paint first and then shoot threes. Stop shooting threes to score in the paint. On defense, here's what I like the most. I want Isaiah Hartenstein with his little Socrates tattoo or whatever's going on.
Tattoo.
I want that cat.
Getting the tattoo myself.
Hey, I want that homeboy to be the leading scorer.
I don't know.
No. Hey, let him be the leading scorer.
Oh, not a bad idea.
Because he sucks. He's not any good anyway.
Not a bad idea.
As soon as he touches the ball, go cover everyone else. Let him score 40.
Well, he's played some incredible defense. So you said, come to get in the lane. They were just fogging. They had 3-4 guys in the lane.
He was throwing alleys and stuff. I'm like, why don't you go attack Isaiah? Or why did you leave him? Let him shoot his little floaters. Dude,
in the win the other night,
you got to outbrain these guys a little bit because they're young and they're dumb and they're full of come get some. They're full of come get some. They're full of
outbraining. Usually it's the coach.
The older guys.
No, it's the coach that has.
Do you know why that was the most?
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Or am I way off?
Yes. No, you're right. Adelman is not doing enough.
I've never been critical. I'm not.
So what Adelman is getting away with, what Adelman's getting away with right now is having a super talented squad of adults. Okay, he doesn't have to do anything. And last year, when Malone wasn't doing anything, I was pissed. This year, when Adelman's not doing anything, I'm pleased because he's not Malone.
Well, Malone's been like
sit back
or like the stepdaddy, got to come down on these guys and be kind of hard on these guys. I think Adelman's taking the different approach. I think he's more relatable to these guys. I think Michael Malone was an excuse, but also a breath of fresh air for everybody to kind of realize two different things. Well, if a guy who just won us a championship, who's been here for 10 years, the most successful coach in the history of the franchise, got fired like that under those circumstances days before the end of the season, well, then any one of us guys can be moved on from in the offseason, and maybe we don't have it as bad as we think we do.
Or as good as we think we do.
Well, no, I think that's bad. That's bad. I think the Michael Porter Juniors and the Jamals realize, hey,
Denver, Colorado, if you're wearing that 5280,
bro, you can get traded to the Lakers, you can get traded to the Wizards, bro. So I mean,
you love DeAndre Jordan, and he don't get no clock,
right?
Because why? Because there's 7 pretty good guys, and then probably 2 more before DeAndre Jordan gets named.
I really believe.
But you're looking for a center.
Size matchup.
You said it with the Broncos defense, too. You want a Wilfork.
Jokic is getting beat the hell up.
Yeah.
He's going against 2 guys. He's going against 3 guys. They bring in number 8 just to pound on Jokic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about
you're right on.
But then you got Holmgren in there, who's a shot blocker, lanky guy.
Yeah.
If it's just one of those guys, Jokic kills him.
Right.
He's kidding. He's like, he kills him.
But was you Beavis and Butthead legs?
Yeah, when you bring all the other guys, man, it's
I am Cornelio. I'm looking for TP for my bunghole. Bunghole. Okay,
knows. That's why we
gross. NBA. Okay, a couple more NBA things while we're there. Giannis is probably on his way out of Milwaukee.
I can't see that.
I bet it had a lot to do with the draft today, too, depending on which teams got what.
Well, I mean, that always hurts something else. But if you're Milwaukee and you're thinking, well, if you have no choice at a certain point, if he's willing to move on from you, the writing is on the wall.
Yeah.
You can't let him walk for nothing. He's one of the greatest players in NBA history, a top 20 player of all time. 25 Giannis is very unique. I don't see kind of a fit here of the Nuggets with Giannis and Jokic. I'll say this. They're bros at all the All-Star games.
I love this.
Hey, they bro out at the All-Star game.
You like that?
And I just couldn't see a world where that kind of happens.
I love that.
Yeah, but he's looking to kind of move on. I mean, where's he go? Where's the destinations? The Mavericks today.
Yep.
With the 10th worst record in the NBA and a 1.8% chance of winning the draft lottery with those ping pong balls. Somehow we'll have the number 1 overall pick. Going to draft Cooper Flagg, who's, he's the great white hype. He's the next phenom. He's not quite Luka-like, but he's almost as sure a thing as a draft has had in the NBA in a long time. This guy's going to be a big star. And do you know what? Next year, they're going to the playoffs with Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Kyrie. And do you know what? Hold on. Check this out.
Wait.
Hold on. Hold on. I got something.
Uh-oh.
It's just coming to me right now. What is this? So you go with Cooper Flagg, right? He's the face of the franchise. Anthony Davis, maybe Kyrie, want to move on. Maybe Anthony Davis wants to roll with the young kid. Maybe he's in a different position, but Kyrie is a unique kind of individual. Maybe Kyrie wants to move on, win himself one more ring, find a destination like Denver. Kyrie to Denver in this offense?
I could see that. So we talked about Murray bringing up the ball. I really believe Murray's a great guy off the screen.
Shooting guard.
Shooting. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I would trade Kyrie for Jamal Murray in a second.
No, not trade for. Match.
Pair them up?
Pair them.
But then there's only one ball now.
Yeah, but Kyrie's an older player.
Kyrie don't pass. Remember when you brought
the best Kyrie was...
remember when you brought Iverson?
Need someone like that.
I think I called Sandy Clough that day on the radio, first time. Or no, it was the other guy.
Yeah.
Caller.
No, it was...
You, sir, are an idiot.
It was Jim Armstrong.
Jim Armstrong from the Denver Post.
Jimmy.
Yeah, I go, hey, there's only one ball. I go, are they going to throw another ball?
No. I mean, look at the Nuggets when Jokic goes to the bench. It's like the misfit child.
So this again, let's tie it into the Nuggets a little bit. Wrap this thing up. The Cooper Flagg is going to go to the Mavericks with the number 1 overall pick. Okay, so
I'd like to add one question.
Okay, what's the question?
You're the Milwaukee Bucks. You've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have you heard of him?
Yeah,
pretty good player. You could give him to the Dallas Mavericks, and all you'd ask in return is the
first pick,
number 1 overall pick. Would you do it? Would you do it, Mark?
Yeah, Mark, would you?
Huh? If you screw this up, I'll have you flying rubber duck shit out of Hong Kong. You're going to Top Gun, Mark.
So you guys are missing.
Can't believe I'm saying this.
Breaks we've been watching Top Gun, so all these Top Gun.
We're on point right
Can't believe I'm saying this. Got to send someone to Miramar.
You heard the question, right?
I did.
You heard the question, old man?
I did.
Okay.
It'd be so hard. Did you see that?
You got Giannis.
30 for 30 or whatever.
You could have Cooper Flag.
How old is Giannis? Let's ask Siri.
31?
Siri, how old is Giannis?
30.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is 30 years old.
So you have this guy theoretically for 4 or 5 more years of being this guy.
In Dallas.
Cooper Flag is a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in an eggshell. We don't know if this guy's the next great one or if he's just going to be the next Adam Morrison.
Oof. Banger.
Okay, right?
Smoking ciggies.
So I'm just saying, like I can right now have the best play. Jeff, this is a great question. The best, one of the this year, the second, third, fourth best player in the whole world, and the same goes for the last 5 years on the back end, maybe the second half of his career for a guy who is a suspect until proven. A prospect is what, Jeff? A suspect until proven otherwise.
Mark, you making this trade?
Things that make you go, I know who benefits from it, or who's the benefactor of that trade. I'm not really into.
Who is it?
Oh, it would be the Mavericks for sure, I think.
Right.
I'm not into mysteries. Just like we were talking about tight end. When you look at the NBA, outside the top 5 picks, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
you don't know who.
But number 1 is Cooper Flag, and you can have him for the low price of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's it.
I don't know.
Would you do it?
I don't know if they would do that.
Start over.
Danny's a guy, he likes to make deals.
Well, he's like, if I'm Dallas,
I'm a yupper.
Yeah.
or if
I'm thinking like what happens with Dame Lillard.
Tell me why. Tell me why you would or wouldn't.
I would not do it as Milwaukee.
Why not? You wouldn't. You get Cooper Flag, the Great White Hope, the Great White Hype.
Well, let me say this while you're thinking. My mind is just, it's evolved. It's the next
First
gen. You know what I mean? Honestly, how does
you
this?
did 3 shows at the Fan, and all of a sudden you got a big brain.
I did 6 shows last week, you jerk. Here's what I'm saying. How do you tie this into the Nuggets?
Oh my God.
The Buck stuff.
I wish I would have cut to that.
Hey, the Buck stuff. How do you tie it into the Nuggets? If they're gonna blow that thing up, I don't want Dame Lillard. I don't want Kuzma.
Right.
I want Bobby Portis. I maybe took that Lopez brother. Which Lopez is the brother? Is it?
It's
Brooks. Give me Brooks Lopez. That's the kind of depth guys.
Blake.
No, it's not. That's the kind of depth guys that the Nuggets kind of need. If they're going to go trade for Cooper Flag, blow that whole thing up, we're not getting Giannis in the deal. Give me
I like
Bobby
that.
Portis in this deal, who's a fantastic role player. There, I said it.
I like the because I just again watching the game last night. I just felt they were undersized. They were getting beat up, and you're playing against all the young kids, so they were getting out hustled. There were turnovers. The energy level showed in the short block, short shots and the air balls. So you can, I mean, there were so many things, but I think having a big man being able to just stop all this run and gun stuff and just be able to have someone back down. I didn't see Jokic doing that.
Non-Jokic minutes is the phrase of that pays.
I think
of the home stretch of the season. Non-Jokic minutes.
if I'm the Nuggets, right, I'll take Giannis and not Cooper Flag. If I'm the Bucks, I'll take Cooper Flag and not Giannis. And that's
Man, 15
I know
years of
what I've
Cooper
had.
Flag.
I know what I've had with Giannis, and I want that again. And I can't get it with Giannis, but I could use Giannis to get it.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it. You
Because
can.
that's how you get it.
You get.
And you don't get it unless you don't got
I
it.
think that's. I mean,
There's
that's
something to be said about trying to recreate special moments and holding on to Todd Helton too long, or trying to get another Todd Helton.
and there's something to be said about changing. I mean, for both the Bucks and for Giannis, just changing scenery and energy.
That's the
It
league.
could be beneficial.
Listen,
to both.
the NBA is a superstars league. The superstars, you draft them, you're forced, they can max contract you, but once, they've paid their dues a little bit, then you get a chance to, call a few shots. Dame Lillard gets to call a few shots. It's like any star. If you're a superstar, if you're a top 10, 15, 20 player, even the Jimmy Butlers of the world get a force their way out to a new team. The Nuggets are in the midst of a championship window. It's closed for the Celtics tonight, right before our very eyes. They're down 3-1. Jason Tatum's having an MRI tomorrow. Looks like his season is over. So it's just, for me and the Nuggets right now, the biggest focus, and we'll wrap this thing up on this, is winning these 2 of the next 3 games for the Nuggets. You go to the Western Conference Finals against the Timberwolves. You go to the NBA Finals, and who are you playing against in the East?
Indianapolis Pacers.
I mean, the Pacers aren't going to the NBA Finals.
Oh, yes, they are.
Listen, I love that you say that.
Watch that.
Because we've been Halliburton guys. Well, we kind of been the Halliburton guys on and off over the years a little bit, and that's it. So the Nuggets are right there. If they win the series, they're going to win the NBA championship.
Oh, I think
that's a good take. I'm not excited about the Timberwolves versus Nuggets. History just shows me that they have no answer for Anthony Davis.
That was with Karl Anthony Towns. It's a little bit different.
I think what's going on right now, guys, is we're right in the middle of the Russell Westbrook redemption tour. Okay, he had to take down the Clippers to prove something.
You like fashion?
He had to take down the OKC Thunder to prove something. But then this third time, he has to take down the Timberwolves to prove something to his mates, right? That this one's for you guys. Those first 2 are for me. I'm going to take these cats down for you guys. There's no way you're beating Oklahoma City Thunder without Russell Westbrook or Michael Porter Jr. So let's not complain about him. Let's cheer for him.
What is that?
I'll tell you. I'll fucking tell you, Mark.
Well,
right now.
What?
After Joe Sakic and those boys, after a 5-year hiatus from winning that cup, they give Joe Sakic, he's the captain. He's got the C. Here, hand it. He's the captain.
Turn it sideways.
They hand him the Stanley Cup. And do you know what Joe does? He hands it right over to who? Give it to me.
Oh.
To Ray Bork.
Oh, there you go. Passing the cup.
I played with Cam Neely. You might have seen that.
That was to tie the whole thing together. After the Denver Broncos.
This one's for John.
After the Denver Nuggets go and pull off this NBA championship, after they hand that championship Larry O'Brien trophy to Nikola Jokic, you're handing it right here. I'm Russ.
Oh, Russ.
Hey,
this
one's for Russ. This one's for Pat.
That felt good. I like that.
This one's for Aaron.
That's 3 solid segments, about an hour's worth of
love.
Episode number 4 of the Elevation on Fan Day Nation. We can go for another hour. We're used to doing tons of hours of radio, but we want you guys coming back yearning for just a little more taste of that good stuff.
Where's the
the biscuit of that honey?
We're still like, share. We forget to do that. So you got to like, share, and what's the other thing?
That honey
and comment.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Retweet, like, share, love it. Hey.
Give us some comments. We want to hear what you like. What flavor do you like? Where you want the show to go? We're pretty flexible.
Yeah, it's Fam Day Nation. So
when you're talking to your friends about the show,
I didn't know you were that.
I want you to tell them, I heard that show, and I absolutely loved it.
We love you.
So check us out, the social medias, all the things that we do. Fan Day Nation, go check out that brand with the Elevation at Fan Day Nation. We're happy to be partnered up with those guys. Mark Jackson, Geoff Girsch, I am Danny Williams. We will see you guys back a few days here. Trying to add some more shows into the repertoire. Having a lot of fun, and we appreciate you guys, the interaction, the participation for the Dream Team. We appreciate you guys, and we love you guys. Good night, Sheila.
Good night, Sheila.
I'll never forget today.
Go back inside, Alan.